She swung around a few times, fell on the floor, got up and just walked off.
Dizzy Lizzie. The Paris Olympics begin tomorrow.
Mm.
At least the opening ceremony begins tomorrow.
Yeah.
And already there's trouble at the mill. So get the clogs on, as they say. Because of bad press,
Mm.
complications in the airports with the flights, the threat of insecurity. A guy was arrested recently on terror-related charges. Amongst other things, the organisers can't sell the tickets because nobody wants to buy them. Ticket touts are up in arms because, they bought, they're forking out $3,222 for the best seats.
Mm.
And it looks like they bought a pumpkin. In the meantime, the organisers are printing even more tickets to go onto the market, which doesn't really help the touts because the touts normally sell their tickets when the full price tickets have run out.
Yeah.
So the organisers are printing even more tickets, so the ticket touts who invested just can't get a look in.
Yeah. Well, my heart bleeds for
Uh,
them. Yeah.
270,465 tickets are unsold. The event organizer, Tony Ishtange,
Mm.
French guy, logical, said there were hundreds of thousands of unsold tickets, still unsold. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he said 8.8 million have been sold and will be used if the purchasers can get there.
Right.
If you
Okay.
get through all the obstacles on the way.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
According to the Financial Times, tickets can still be bought for the men's 100 meters final,
Wow.
starting at €295
Mm-hmm.
per person, uh, with a restricted view. A restricted view.
On the pillar, yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
the race itself is going to take less than 10 seconds. So if you've got a restricted view,
Yeah.
you might just see the bloke with the starting gun.
Yeah.
A restricted view. You get like 2 seconds of somebody huffing and puffing, and
That's
that's
it.
your lot.
Yeah.
That's your lot for your €300.
Yeah. It's,
Um, in the meantime, those poor little urchins that collect the clothes in the hampers before the athletes
yeah. Yeah.
shoot off on the race. And
Mm.
well, of course, they must be thinking, who's laughing now?
Mm.
You know, because they're going to see the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, at these prices, they're going to be quitting. Yeah, I
Mm.
don't think they get paid. I think they're just the volunteers.
Yeah. Yeah. I
But
think that's happening. Yeah.
even so, with the price of the tickets, that they're on a good whack. You know,
Mm.
tickets for the opening ceremony are €900, and the opening ceremony will feature 3,000 dancers, musicians, and artists.
Okay.
That is, of course, if they don't follow up on their threat of strike action.
Okay.
It might be just like three little old ladies trying to go through the paces.
Yes. Yeah. It's
If Of course, the opening ceremony is going to be done on the banks of the river,
right.
and if somebody falls in, somebody's going to come up with the old jokes. They've just gone insane. Dudum.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
So my advice to everybody who might be watching this,
Mm.
uh, let's just watch it on the TV. The
Well,
best
yeah,
seat, the best seats in the house.
yeah.
Over to you.
Well, okay. Um, the Olympics. It used to be something special. It was a bit of escapism. It was all about unity, bringing people together. Um, and yeah, okay, not everything's always run smoothly. Um, in recent times, the best organised one, they say, was the London Olympics. And it's the one that actually broke even, if not made a bit of a profit. But yeah. Um, I'll be quite honest. I like sports. I think it's great and wonderful. I'm not a big sports person myself. Could run a bit in school and do other things, but I was never elite, as they say. But it never bothered me that much. Um, but it's a um, I can't get excited about this one. And I thought, am I just getting older? Am I detached from everything? Is it because I've seen the Olympics in the UK and also or London, yeah, okay, and also in Rio and been in Rio and Brazil when it's been happening? Um, Not I'm with Rio, but I saw it, I was in Brazil. So maybe I'm not feeling the vibe, the excitement anymore. I'm middle-aged guy, I should be, should be immune to all these sort of things.
I,
Um,
I think the fact that less people are buying the tickets, there are more
mm,
and more people thinking like you, and it could well be it's because of the world that's happening around them.
yeah,
The in the old days, when I was a kid, that life was a lot simpler,
yeah.
uh, and the Olympics, as you said, was considered a very special event.
Mm,
But these days, with Russia can't fly the flag
exactly,
for
yeah.
some reason or others. Trans people are going to be involved in the women's sports,
Mm.
in
Are
some
they?
sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, they are.
Mm.
And so it's become very political. It's become
Mm.
very, you know, I think that turns a lot of people off.
I mean, yeah, I'm not going to go down this discuss trans today. I mean, I've got nothing,
No,
I say nothing against anyone, but um, give them their own category, even give them one race, even. If people want to watch it, they've got the option. Um, it's yeah, this is all part of it. I like both the elite men and see the elite women perform. Um, you know, I mean, you talk about the 100 meters. Well, it's a spectacular thing to watch, even on television. The absolute power these people have. We've got to be hitting the upper end of the speed that humans can actually run without additional assistance. That is, but it's a. I mean, yeah, it used to be spectacular. I mean, yeah, well, okay, you couldn't watch it all, but yes, and sometimes you watch another sport just out of excitement. I really, even the open ceremony, I'd have thought the French put something special on if they can, but um, I just feel it's all, as you say, virtual signal, this and that. I've got no objection to people celebrating their country, and also Snoop Dogg carrying the torch. I've got nothing against the guy. I think he's quite amusing. I don't agree with everything about his lifestyle. But that's made the headlines, and I'm thinking, well, if he's made the headlines, what else is going on? Um, last time I looked, Snoop Dogg didn't have any real association with France, um,
or with sport.
or a sport even. Yeah, I mean, probably the 100-meter drag.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, but yeah, other than that, I can't really see what relevance he has. I'm not
He
against
got
celebrities. Yeah.
he managed to get higher than the pole vaulters.
Does he know he's actually carrying the torch? I mean, yeah.
That wasn't a torch, that was a huge split.
Oh, this is a big go
Uh,
around. I mean,
no,
I, oh, I mean, again, I like the man's music. I mean, okay, you're not into rap and things like this, but I am. But yeah, he's talented, but yeah, he's talented in his own field. I mean, yeah, maybe it's an Olympic sport who can get to the the venues the most efficiently, your Olympic sport. Again, it's become a bit of a joke. Now, I honestly believe it's been deliberately done so. They're trying to destroy all our lives, just like I say, turning me off on it all. I feel sorry for the athletes who are serious, really want to perform, and okay, going to the Olympics is the absolute pinnacle and getting that medal, hopefully a gold medal, but any medal or attachment to the Olympics is an achievement for these people. And I feel sorry for them that they're involved in what I regard as a circus. You mentioned the Russians not being involved. Let's be honest, if the Russians or the Americans aren't involved, really, and there will be Russians there, not under the Russian flag.
Very limited.
Very limited.
And they aren't allowed to fly their own flag. It has to be a neutral flag.
Well,
I mean, that's,
Yeah, I mean, they wanted Israel kicked out of it again.
Well, it's all political.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not new.
And they say that sport should be separate from politics.
Okay, I'm going to go into this a little bit here since we're there. I mean, I remember in the 80s, and the Americans didn't go to Moscow. Was it in the 80s? Yeah. Again, it was half an Olympics. If the Americans or the Russians didn't show up, I mean, okay, there were problems with the Russian athletes around that time as well. It can't be denied. They did have a state-sponsored performance enhancement category as there. I mean, they're expected to show that communism was the supreme ideology. That's all gone. But I mean, Russian athletes, they are clean, pretty much clean now, and they are some of the best still. And for them to be declined, and this is it, as you say, the politics has got in the way of the actual enjoyment. I mean, sport and politics are always going to be involved. I mean, it's not new. It probably happened in Grecian times, and the originality when where it originated from as well. It was a big political thing with put on.
Only if the Lions and the Gladiators was an Olympic event.
As the Romans, yeah. I mean, you read the history of it all. But it should be a spectacular thing. It should be something that pulls people together. There's been unfortunate things like what happened in 1972. Been enough films about that. Again, a very unfortunate incident. Sickening. Let's hope we never see it again. Although we did see it during some terrorism during the US, funny enough, when the Olympics there, I seem to recall. Pipe bomb went off, didn't it? I think that was that. So I mean, there is going to be tight security. So not only have you got problems with traveling, you're not going to be able to move anywhere. You're probably going to go through no end of triple security. I mean, I hope for the athletes' sake they have a good Olympics. They're the people I'm thinking of. The dedicated sports people. I don't care about the politicians. I'll be quite honest. I don't care about the artists who are involved in doing all the opening, closing ceremonies. It's become a, how can I put it? Okay, celebrate your country, fly your flag. I'm really not into all that. I mean, I think it's spectacular what they do. But if I want to go to a concert, I'll pay to go to a concert. I want sport. And the same again with what's happening with the football. They have artists, singers at the beginning of football, in half time. Why?
Yeah.
I'm there to enjoy the sport.
Yeah.
I can go on YouTube and watch it. We have some music, as you say. I can even watch the sport, I'm telling you now. Yeah, I mean, I actually attended these venues it's spectacular. Like when you go to a football game, you're there. It's the whole thing of it. Not sure if I want to pay €900 for the privilege of it.
I, I think the country should take a leaf out of China's book, because when their opening ceremony, if you were there live watching it, you wouldn't have seen a great deal. But if you were watching it on a television screen,
Mm.
all the fireworks that went off were all electronic fireworks. You could only see at home.
Yeah.
And so paying €900 to see an opening ceremony in China would be a dead loss, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Occasionally you get an open ceremony so spectacular, going to the UK where the Queen jumped out of an aircraft. Well, okay, we know that was it, and he kept secret. I mean, yeah, Danny Boyle is a creative person. It was actually quite cleverly done. We had something to relate to, but again, they brought in some American things and things. It's like, celebrate your own country, Industrial Revolution, whatever else. Be optimistic for the future if you like. I mean, yeah, don't think it should all be televised. No, when I say all televised, I think, yeah, people should be allowed to attend there. The people should be able to go and enjoy the games. Not people who've got money. Evidently, people, even middle-class people, for some reason, are not that interested for whatever reasons. It's like you say, it could be that the squeeze has gone on. Afford to buy my croissants or buy a ticket for the Olympics.
Some expensive croissants, yeah.
Well, okay. I don't know. We got a croissant shop round the corner to us. Admittedly, the croissants are very good quality, French based, but it comes at quite a price. Can't afford that every week.
Mind you, saying that last time I went to Paris, it was expensive anyway.
Oh yeah. Well, I suppose Paris is like going to London, like going to Rome. They're all going to be pricey. Yeah. Anyway, I would say, well, I hope it's a successful games in what it is, that we see some good sports. I will probably be tuning into sports that interest me, and even a couple that don't, if they just happen to be on. Yeah, my sports, I like to say, I like the 100-meter dash. I like which one it is. Yeah, I like some of the sailing and things like this, and canoeing. I like the mountain biking, funny enough. Some of the skateboarding I find quite interesting because, I grew up in the era of that. And, other odd sports. It's been in the news, the equestrian. I come from a horsey, well, my sister had horses, so I partly on horse in the countryside. I've never gone on equestrian sport. They've realised that, animals are mistreated, which is another sad fact that has happened around the Olympics. Not new people. And I don't understand why football, I'm going to be honest, I like football. Why football is part of the Olympics. I don't understand why tennis is, because these are sports big enough to operate and make money themselves. I know it's for the athletes, but replace them with other sports.
It isn't for the athletes. It's to try and get more punters in. So you got a football fan would not want to sit and watch the high jump, for example.
Yeah.
But if there's a couple of football matches to go to, for sure he'd be there.
Yeah.
If you're watching if you're watching open television here in Brazil, people, normally in the Olympics, you're going to get volleyball, and beach soccer and stuff like that. So get yourself a VPN, and go surfing on the web, and you can get open telly from other countries where their national sports are more geared, are more open to other sports.
Education. Yeah, I mean, let's do it for the athletes. Let's watch it for the athletes. Let's not watch it for the politicians.
Yeah.
who are going to be puffing their chests out,
Yep.
or even the sponsors.